No pressure.
We're trying.
We have to like open. I wonder, is it okay now?
It says live.
It does says live, but it doesn't show anything, at least for, I cannot see it.
I don't see it
Okay,
either.
oh my god. Oh, you have to, oh my god, I can hear myself like a few seconds
I know, that's
later.
what I'm saying,
Okay.
like I have the echo as
Just have to
well.
mute it. No,
Oh, we're live.
We are. Hi guys. Oh my god. We just had like the most stressful, I don't know.
It's been a stressful like few minutes.
It's because we haven't done this before. We're such virgins. Well, we haven't hosted. Anyway, yay.
We got there eventually. Sorry for being late.
Yeah.
It's only 8 minutes exactly, so
yeah, that's not too bad. I thought it was gonna be worse.
at least we're not like half an hour late.
Yeah, we're not. I'm gonna try to split my screen in half so I can see the Google Hangouts and then your comments, because it's sadly not here. Okay, hi everyone who's watching. I'm so glad nobody did like press the dislike button already, because like, you know, we probably came in here and be like, cool, it's empty, fun. Also, cats are being weird in the background, so don't mind me. Anyway, so for those who are just from my channel and don't know who the hell this girl is,
I don't explain.
Coffee chatter, so yay.
Hello. Very nice to be here. Thank you for accepting me here.
Accepting. Declined.
Well, of course, I mean, you have like what, 10 times more subscribers than I have?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, from the blank expression, are you trying to do math?
Yeah. I'm already one of these down. Please excuse us. Also, another thing, we're going to be drinking alcohol because if you know anyone,
guys, I haven't started properly.
Yeah,
we're
both of age. We're adults, but we're just going to have a lot of fun today, basically, and we hope you have a lot of fun as well.
So I also have to like tell a disclaimer before anyone comments something. I'm sitting on a, well, fake leather beanbag, so when I move, it makes a farting noise, but it's not me, I swear. Because like
we're being like taking a really long time to get these introductions out of the way first. But basically, what we're going to talk about is 20 book tropes, but also a few other things that we hate in books. But a disclaimer for that is that even though we say that we hate them, that's not to say if they're done well, we can't look past them.
Yeah,
because we totally can.
Yeah. As I said, nobody gave me a dislike. There's one already. I'll drown my sorrows. It's okay.
You do that.
Drink responsibly. I feel like we should say that.
Every 5 minutes.
Also, don't drink if you can drink. Yeah. Anyway, so.
Do you want to start it off? Yeah, hi guys.
So the way we're gonna do this, we're gonna like interchange between each other. So we both have like 10 tropes each. And so I'm gonna say one, and then Emilija is gonna say one, and then every 2, I think we're gonna look through some of the comments and say if you guys wanted to add something. Although I now just thought that you guys might add something that's later gonna be on the list. Well, we'll see how this goes. And before we start as well, we're gonna do another one tomorrow on Emilija's channel, which I will link down below later because I'm prepared. just like go with it. So yeah, I don't know if you already mentioned this or not. Like I'm all over the place.
It's a weird day today.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so hi everyone who just joined. Hi Jenna.
There's quite a few people here already. I'm surprised. Hello everyone.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start. Again, you know, obviously just our opinions, but I feel like most people will agree to some extent. Yeah. So I basically a while back I made a video on, what was the tag, wasn't it? The unpopular opinion one. And then I said, so the first on the list is the one that I mentioned there. And then everyone was like, you know, you should make a video on this. So you guys asked, so here we are. So the first one is the independent female, but not the good type of independent female to the extent that she doesn't accept any help You know, so it's bad kind of independent. It shows to people that if you accept or ask for help, then you're weak, which is like not a message that I would choose to send to people. And I get really mad because like when help is there for you, provided by like, you know, somebody who cares about you, and you're just sort of like, no, I need to do this by myself for reasons unknown to men. Like, why? It really, like, this is probably like one of the most annoying ones for me. It's not really in any sort of order here on our list, but if I had to rank them, probably would be number one. So annoying.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one as well, to be honest. 'Cause, like, accepting help is like you do that in real life, so why not in books? It's annoying.
Yeah, it is. Also, if I'm looking down, it's because I have my list here. I'm not just like randomly staring at my crotch, because
no, we're all good here. Yeah, so number 2 on our list is love triangles. And that's not to say like if it's done well, you can't look past it. It's just that I've personally never read about a love triangle that was done well, especially because in most cases, you clearly have a good choice and you clearly have the bad choice that you know the character's not going to end up with. So what's the point? Because let's face it, does that ever happen in real life? Like, have you ever been in love with 2 people at the same time? Like,
most importantly, have ever like 2 guys were, or like 2 girls were in love with you at the same time? I mean, like, talk about false standards. And like, maybe like a young girl is reading that book and being like, oh my God, I never had like 2 people or 3 people be in love with me at the same time. I didn't even have one. Like, maybe I'm shit. Like, that's a great message to send.
Yeah, and like later on, we have like another point that I want to make, and that is gonna tie into this one. So we can move on now. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Andrea. I'm just saying hi to new people.
Yeah. I said it in the comments because like you were speaking and I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we should just answer the comments for the... Although I want to listen to you as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Same.
Hi. So going to number 3. Sorry, were you done with number 2? Or am I just jumping over? Okay. So yeah, number 3 for me is the best friend of the main character that is like obviously in love with the main character for like years and years and years, because they obviously were friends since like kindergarten. And then obviously the main character is oblivious to it all, even though everyone sees that. When does that ever happen? And how, if that's the main character, how can you like stand to read about it without thinking that she's gonna make every stupid decision possible because she's just, you know, not very bright?
Sorry to interrupt, but like, what about book set, aka City of Bones? And that's exactly what I was thinking about as well.
Sorry?
What about book set, aka City of Bones in this one? Yeah. So that's exactly what I was thinking about as well. This is so Simon, totally.
Yeah. You know it is. I'll try not to spoil anyone though. So
yeah, we're gonna try very hard.
Everyone probably knows it, but yep. But I feel like there's a lot of these sort of things. But I suppose what annoys me when this person is like really oblivious to this like extremely obvious fact, but then like makes okay or like smart decisions, I'm like, what? How? You know? It's just weird.
Yeah, I totally get
you. Shadow and bone coughs. Yep. Let's not even go there. Neither me or Emilija are like very big fans. Let's just say that.
Oh no! Like if you have like read my review of Six of Crows, like I've explained the entire situation, and let me say, I've gotten a lot of hate and like a lot of hate for not liking Six of Crows. You
private the video, didn't you? Because like it got to like extreme. This is why I'm sort of like avoiding reading it, because I know everyone's saying like so much better than Shadow and Bone. I'm like, dude, like I'm afraid at this point.
Yeah. But basically, moving on, number 4 on our list is Insta Love, because I've talked about this in one of my recent videos titled Book Drugs. But basically, Insta Love is not realistic. And first of all, it's not even fun to read about Insta Love because let's face it, it doesn't happen in real life. But also, being like instantly in love takes away from a lot of fun of getting to know the character, and you're also missing out on so much perfect potential for character development. I feel like I don't know, like there's, like I said, there is a certain satisfaction in getting to know the characters and for them to be like cute and go on dates. And then when they finally do get together and they experience that first kiss or like that first, you know, sex or whatever, it is like a one massive hell yeah moment, you know? And like, it's nice to get to that. I feel like Akumath kind of had elements of that as well, because you were just like, oh, when are they going to get together? Like, when? And then when it finally happened, it was just like, yes, yes. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like you don't get this feel of accomplishment. It just sort of robs you of it.
Yeah.
And then that like equally lowers the butterflies, I feel. Just like talking in proper terms here.
And I don't know, I just like it when they're dating and like they're teasing each other. Like it's so fun to see that. Like, I don't know, it's just...
I know. I mean, like, it could be done right, but I don't know. Very rare. Like, all of these things could be done right. And I know we're being sort of negative, but it is a video of like 20 things we hate. I feel like to counter that, that's why we're doing the one tomorrow on Emilija's channel, because like we felt like we need like a yin and yang thing, because they were just talking about things we hate.
Yeah.
No, like...
So we have Page by Page said the only Insta Love I actually liked or thought was realistic was between Tasha and Daniel in The Sun Is Also a Star.
Cool. I'm reading that.
Are you reading that? Yeah. I was going to ask you, like, are you...
Me and Clara are reading that over a prolonged period of time. So I haven't like... I'm only like, I don't know, like 50 pages in or something. 60, 100, I don't actually remember. But yeah.
So yeah, someone, what about books? Yeah, said sometimes I feel like Insta Love is created for cheesy novels that are written for preteens. But the thing is, like, even in my book drugs video, I explained like there's so many stories out there that are the basis of the story is that whole tension before they get to that. And basically, Anna Rocha said I like everything before the actual relationship. Which again, that's the point.
I feel like I get that, but I feel like even preteens are like, there's something advantageous about having this to be developed over over a certain period of time instead of like bam, Insta Love, you know?
Yeah.
On age that much.
Okay,
maybe
I'm done with this one.
People are just like gonna be,
I'm done with this one. We can move on.
All right.
Yeah.
Someone says, I like everything before the actual relationship better? What? Oh, right. Everything before the actual relationship. I read that like incorrectly. Yeah, I know. Although I feel like we're also sort of robbed of this post getting together period, because it's always like either Insta Love and then some sort of problem, so they're not together, or it's not Insta Love and then you get to the point and then like bam, that's it, you know? Or they will get separated. Like, why can't we just have like that in the background? Have everything good with the relationship? That very rarely happens. I feel like everything is sort of like,
I agree,
get separated or something. Anyway, off to the number 5, right?
Yeah.
Unnecessary point of views. I feel like people probably know this because I mention it quite often, but I'm not a big fan of point of views because I feel like most of the time it could be avoided, and some of the time lazy, because people want to make it like more, I don't know, not like diverse, but like interesting. But I feel like you have to know quite well how to write point of views, that it doesn't seem like it's the same character speaking. Do you know what I mean? It just seems like sometimes, oh my god, like Game of Thrones. It's just too much. Like, just can't. No, it's unnecessary. It's tiring, especially. Like, I understand the books that have like 2 and just like swatch between them or something, but like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not always necessary, and it's just like pushed too much, and it's as if it's like a selling point, but I don't know. I
feel like a lot of like multiple point of views, they're a lot more prevalent in like fantasy and high fantasy, but I do agree, like it's not always necessary, especially when it's like it's really difficult to distinguish between the point of views. Like I've read a lot of books that it feels like you're reading from the same person's perspective, and it's just like, well, why is this necessary?
I know. Although, like, that being said, like, I do sometimes think it's very advantageous to the story, and if it's done well, but like, it can be just such a hit or miss thing for me.
Do you want to go through some comments?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so worst case of Insta Love is Romeo and Juliet. Spoiler alert, they are so mental they end up killing themselves. I've talked about this before in some of my videos as well. That's
Yeah.
very, very true.
Yeah, that is just like, aren't they like 13 or something? I can't remember for sure.
Yeah,
but
they're like 12, 13.
there's just so many things wrong with it. I mean,
It
like,
is.
probably at that point, nobody was such like a snowflake. So at the moment, there's problems with everything. We're just trained to look for problems.
Oh yeah, it's not
It
necessarily
was about the
that-
message more than like, at that point, people did get married at like a extremely unnecessarily young age. So
Yeah,
you know.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's not necessarily the story I have a problem with. It's the fact that people refer to it as a great love story. I'm like, it's not. Have you read the ending?
It's the love story in a sense that it was a
They're young.
forbidden love
Yeah.
between like two factions that were not supposed to fall in love with each other,
Mm.
So in that sense, yeah, but I think it's just like it was a really strong, stubborn crush. More of than the. Yes, I also usually hate multiple point of views, except Game of Thrones. I actually like it there. I like it there to an extent, but like, because obviously it's necessary because it's different places of the world, but we have so many random ones that you really just don't care and want to go back to the one that you felt invested in, but you have to wait literally like 300 or 400 pages until that point comes because it's to an extreme. So that what annoyed me. I was so bored in some parts of Game of Thrones. Yeah. I also prefer either a third-person narrator or one single point of view. Zeus, oh my god. If I disappear suddenly, it's because you just stood up on the laptop and just shut it.
Naughty Zeus. I also, oh yeah, you've read that one. Yeah, I don't like multiple point of views that much either because I tend to have a favorite and then I'm not interested in another perspective and then I just tend to skip and I don't like when I want to do that. Basically exactly what you said.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's the biggest problem because you sometimes like skip through it. Well, not like skip, like you still read it because you feel guilty if you don't. But like you try and like read it as fast as you can to get to the other one. And then, that's not good for the author either because you just waste their time.
Yeah, it's wasted page time as well. It's like it's not necessary. I feel like the author has to know the character before they write in their point of view. Yeah, I feel like that's a big problem with a lot of authors, and I feel like it's just like basically an issue of research and prep. I think I don't know.
I don't understand how some authors write books like so quickly. Like Stephen King or whatever.
I don't understand that either. But to be honest, like
some people I assume can, but.
I understand that, but like with the case of like Brandon Sanderson, and I know I talk about him all the time, I apologize, but like he is a god to me. But basically, like he writes books very, very quickly because he writes like 2K words every single day consistently, like 365 every year.
But I feel like it's not
going through 6 drafts before he publishes. That's the thing. Like he writes quickly, but he edits a shit ton. That's why it takes so long.
Well, I feel like it's not the writing. Well, for me, not that I like. Obviously, I'm not published or an author, but I did still am sort of working on my book. But that book is like, I think it's gonna brew in me for like ages and ages and ages until I'm ready to write it. But like, I suppose everyone has a different process. So
yeah, there are a lot of authors who have taken like a decade to write a single novel, and then when it does get published, it like automatically like goes to win out like all of these awards and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I feel like that was the case. Oh, I don't remember the name of the author, but he wrote The Passage. I feel like with him, it took him years to write that novel, but then when he did, he got so much like rave reviews and like all of this stuff when it came out. So I feel like there's a good in both things.
Anyway, let's move on now.
We're digressing, yeah.
Yeah. It's yours now.
Okay, which one is it? 6. Oh yeah, characters that don't apologize for something that they've done wrong. And I actually have an example of this, Harry Potter, because I'm reading Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince right now. And like, not to spoil anything, like it's not a massive thing, but when they don't take Hagrid's lessons, after they realize that they've hurt Hagrid, they go and apologize to him. And I've read so many YA books where characters do something like that, and they are so fixated that the thing that they've done is right in their minds because they have a reason of why they did it. They don't apologize to the people that they've hurt around them. And I feel like, again, you're missing out on like the perfect opportunity for character development. Because like, what if like the person that you apologize to didn't accept your apology? Like, how do you go about then to fix that relationship or friendship or whatever?
I suppose it does like further in the character's development in a sense that the character is a twat, but
yeah, but the thing is like for all, I would say like for most of us, like the thing that drives the book is the characters.
Yeah.
So that's why like,
or at least like if the character is unwilling to apologize, make the thing not like just disappear, but another person who has been wronged to like point it out, or you know, something like seek the apology or something. Yeah. Right. Comments. The only POV I hated was Allegiant. I actually
I haven't read it.
I read the first one and the half of the second one, and then I just couldn't. What about books? Oh, that's the username of another person. I was like, what about books? I hated Allegiant. Yeah. I feel like there's like a love-hate relationship with the whole series, isn't it? I also don't think Romeo and Juliet is all that romantic. Very Insta Love.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet was written as a tragedy.
Romeo and Juliet was written as a tragedy, not a romance. Yeah. Yep. Fantasy and criminal novel are often written in multiple POV, and I like that, but the author must be good at making them sound different, otherwise it's a problem. Yep. Well, as we said, everything in the list can be done right, but as a rule, well, not as a rule.
If it's done right, we can look past it.
Yeah, but usually it's not tend to be done right.
Yeah.
Do you want to take it over for the comments?
Agreed. Point of views in Allegiant were so unnecessary. Again, haven't read it. Don't even want it, to be honest. I liked it, but man, you know, I had no idea. And Romeo and Juliet were so young. Oh my god. Oh
yeah.
Now you know.
Like yeah. Hi, Esther.
Yeah. I think multiple point of views is tricky because a lot that I have read tend to make the multiple point of views sound similar. Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea you were writing a book. G, what is your book about? I'm not going to put you on blast, don't worry.
Yeah. Well, I don't like vocalize it. It's because I'm not ready to talk about it. I've been like brewing this idea since, oh my god, forever. And it keeps changing and it keeps developing and it keeps undeveloping. Is that even a word? You know what I mean? Just going backwards and like.
I have the issue
I
of like.
some of it written and then I lost it all. Yay, that was good times.
I had that same issue like 6 months ago where I just lost 10k words, like 10,000 words, just like completely gone, and I couldn't find it. I even cried to you about it at one point. And I was just like, no. So then it took me like 5 days to rewrite it all again.
I don't know. Because maybe I'm just. It's a little bit like, I don't know. It's not like a personal story or anything. It's a fantasy, but I feel like. This is going to sound like really weird, but I don't mean it in like in a sensitive, oh, look at me, but like a poor person, you feel sorry for me sort of way. But like I feel like unworthy to share it because it's not like I'm not an author. I'm not even like a writer per se. I'm like, you know, I just don't feel like, because other booktubers that speak about writing, they like write and stuff. Anyway, maybe one day, but not just yet.
See, the thing is, I want to make videos about writing as well, but I feel like there's so much I need to learn before I can even talk about that. And like, I would like to think that I know quite a bit because I do spend so much time trying to learn about the craft. Yeah, but just again, I'm like terrified of everything.
No, I think you should. I feel like I should probably wait a bit, a little bit. Like, anyway, let's move on. Not relevant.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do the comments before we're moving?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay.
Okay, random question. Oh, sorry.
I had random question. What Brandon Sanderson should I read first? The only answer I have to that question every single time is any book by him is good enough. The only books I don't recommend to start with him is The Way of Kings. Like, that's the books that you need to read after reading everything else he's written, because those books are like a high fantasy fan's wet dream. Like, sorry, but it's true. Like, honestly, and you need to like give yourself like 2 weeks of time, because when you read those books, you're not going to want to do anything else. Honestly, you're not going to want to live life.
As far as Roman goes, assume. I really want the main character to get together with the best friend character and have a healthy, stable relationship for once.
Yes, please.
Who doesn't want that? But I feel like, I don't know. If it's a romance-driven book, then there's nothing really to go on. And they live happily ever after for 300 further pages. Although I would probably read that, because I'm that, like, I don't mind slow plot at all, but some people do. Ghost, not gross, yeah. I would totally buy a book, no matter what's about. Yeah. Shouldn't buy the book just because, someone watch, like...
I just did that.
Yeah, no, I know, but I don't know. Maybe whatever. You can buy whatever you want. Bottom line is there. But yeah, I'm hoping to one day. Obviously, I feel like all of us sort of hope to one day have a book, not even just publish it, but just have it, because, like, you have it. It's your bubby. Yeah.
Disclaimer: I have written 3 books, but they're not like out anywhere. Actually, one of them was on Wattpad for like 2 years, but then I took it down and I deleted my account because I didn't want anyone to find it. Now, when I read back on it, it's so bad, but it does have potential. So,
well, you have to, like, if it's your first.
It wasn't my first, actually.
Oh, whatever then. I cannot help you. I'm hoping mine to have, like, I feel like if I ever write a book, I want it to be really not like meaningful, but like the one that you like sit afterwards being like
thinking about
it. Fuck. Yeah, but also I want it to be very funny, because like if you ever watched me or like spoke to me, that sense of humor is everything to me. So
speaking of the fuck endings, when are you gonna read Genesis?
We'll speak about this later.
Okay.
Right.
Do you want to move on?
Yes.
It's gonna be number 7 now.
Right. Female on female hate. Hate it. There's literally has like a lot to say about it, but again, not gonna even go into details at all, so not a spoiler. But I only read the City of Bones?
City of Bones.
Is that the first one? City of Bones. Wow. Okay. Good job. So yeah, there was some female on female hate there for like, and I'm talking about the hate for no reason, like female competition, and it is very realistic. I still don't want to see it in books though, because like, it's not like I don't want to see it. Like, it's okay to see it there,
but as long as
I hate it still, because I know it's because maybe I do hate it.
Is this me? This can't be me, right? Kintare. Oh, maybe she's gone because of the cat. Maybe because of Zeus. Can somebody put a comment if we're still live? Are we live? I'm struggling. What's going on? Am I live? Oh, okay. Well, maybe because Zeus did something. Oh, well, this live stream is going great, isn't it, guys? There's not much I can do about it because this is all on Gintare's channel, so I don't know what I can do. Well, so I'm gonna tell you guys a joke while we're trying to sort this out. I'm terrible at jokes, but let's just, hope. I mean, I'm trying to fill some space. So basically, there's a hedgehog walking in the middle of a desert, and he's carrying... Are you here, Gintare? Please help me out. Like, I don't want to finish the joke because it's terrible.
Hi.
Okay, good. I didn't want to finish that joke.
Camera. Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, you're back.
Did you stay online?
Yeah, I stayed online. People could hear me.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, it's not a joke.
Do you guys like? I can't see if it's
now
like,
we can see you.
Is it okay now? Is it all good? I can't see us like speaking though properly. Okay, whatever. If it's working, it's working.
It's working.
It's not really working properly for me now, but it's okay. I'll live with it. Where was I? What was the last thing you heard? Because I kept talking after.
You said,
I think, like I said, all of that I needed to say. I hate it, basically.
Yeah.
I feel like we should just be encouraging each other and not like hating because like there's another female, ooh, competition for the male or whatever. Like, no. Stop it.
Yeah. Okay. Next one on our list is cliche characters.
What was your joke?
Do you want me to finish it? Because it's a bad joke.
Maybe I'll watch this afterwards and be like, okay. Be a surprise.
I mean, I can tell it's not long at all. Like, it's a really stupid and silly joke, but like, it makes me laugh all the time. But
okay, say it.
Basically, there's a hedgehog walking in the middle of a desert, and he's carrying a door with him, but like a car door. And then a fox walks up to him and says, "Why are you carrying a door?" And then he goes, "When it gets hot." Sorry. What? It's so stupid. But basically the hedgehog says, when it's gonna get I'm gonna open the window. What? I'm telling you, it's so stupid. That's why it's so funny. That's why it's so funny.
I know though, like I'm very guilty at laughing at those shitty jokes. Like
I'm also like
February, March, no, but April, May, and I'm just dead. Like every time, it's such a bad joke. But, you know.
Yeah, but it's just the fact that like he's carrying a door and then he's gonna open the window if it gets hot. Like, why?
Why is my computer not charging? Like that's the only thing that I need, is computer to die. Anyway. Okay.
We're gonna move on.
Oh, hi, Jay. I didn't see when you joined. Did you read some comments when I was off or something?
No, I was gonna tell the joke.
Oh.
Guys, I apologize for putting you through this.
Love it.
Basically, moving on swiftly along. The next thing on my list, I think I began.
Someone said, "Oh my god, yes, co-author, please."
Maybe one day.
I feel like you would be hard to work with. Not gonna lie.
Not me. How dare you? I would be great to work with. No, I probably would be. I think I'm losing you again. Like, what is happening?
I mean, I'm lagging. I don't know if I'm on or not. Oh my god, why is this going so badly?
I see you.
Okay, I might just ignore it.
Okay. Basically, next
the chat just looks great. It's just people just full of emojis and people saying, "Oh my god," and "What the fuck." Anyway,
again, I apologize for putting everyone through that.
Go to number. This is way longer than we expected, isn't it?
I know. We wanted to keep this like half an hour long.
Go.
Next thing on the list is cliche characters. Not going to go into detail. I hate cliche characters. They are just like the worst. We can move on.
Right, 9 is, oh boy. I feel like most people like silently agree. Some people like vocally agree. I'm not gonna go into the detail again. And I'm sure that it started with the best intentions. Like I'm really sure. But at this point, I feel like there is a thing going on now that is basically forced diversity for publication purposes. And I have bad feelings towards it. There is, obviously, I'm very interested in reading about diverse characters, but it has to have a purpose, and it doesn't have to just be pushed because it is on trend now. There is a difference, and I feel like those books don't give you anything. So that is my number 9.
I feel like you can also like really tell when diversity is there for the sake of it being diverse.
I know, it's gotten to a ridiculous point. I am not a fan of just how it evolved because whatever. Okay, let's go on.
Yeah. Okay, next thing on our thing is, overly convenient plot devices. I do have a perfect example of this, but it's a very like niche book. Like not a lot of people are gonna have read it, but I know Andrea has. and it's the Moonstone. And basically, just like literally from page 1, everything was so convenient. Sorry. She found out, like, this isn't going to be spoiling it because these things literally happen in the first chapter. She finds out she's the witch, and then she needs to go to this camp to train for 2 weeks. Guess what? Her parents have gone on a trip for 2 weeks. Exactly. She needs to go to this camp, but she hasn't taken any clothes. Guess what? There's a girl who packed her a suitcase. Like, where's the fun in all of this? I don't know. Yeah,
like, I'm just happy that this specifically doesn't happen too often. So I'm happy with that.
But it does happen, and it's just like, it's so annoying when it does happen. It's just like, what's the point of the story then? Because if there's no struggle, if there's nothing for you to overcome, like, what's the point of the story? There's no character arc. There's no character development. Like, again, you're wasting my time.
I know. The end.
I'm done with this one.
Cool. I got that feeling reading George. Just felt it so forced. George? Who's George? Is that a book? Sorry, I'm like, I don't know. Do you know?
I'm not heard of a book called George.
Oh, is that maybe an author? I don't know. Clarify, please. I know, right? People should try to tell the story they originally imagined and not try to stuff in diverse characters for the sake of the market. I know, and like, again, if your story is about someone that is considered diverse, that's fucking great. Difference from just pushing it. I don't know. It just like, it got to the point where I'm just like uncomfortable to even talk about it, because it is like, people will listen to this and like be all snowflakey and make it sound as if I'm like being racist, you know. This would never be frowned upon. No, whatever. Let's not go into that. I don't want to speak about this without being able to edit and like saying something wrong here, because it's a topic.
No, that's totally fine. But like, I can add like further onto this and say that like there are two sides to the coin. Like, obviously, because let's say if you do write characters and like, there are ways that you can show that the character is like of color or of like a different ethnicity without like straight up telling it. And like, I feel like if you do write characters and you don't like give those hints to show that they are like not white, like, I personally don't like that either.
I like it though. I don't know. I think like, my point of view is like, why the hell does it matter? Like, it's a person, or it's a creature, or it's a fairy, or it's a fae. You know, you don't have to specify the color. If like, maybe like in that way, like, you can imagine it the way you want it, if you want it.
We agree on we agree to disagree.
Even people before like started speaking about this thing, like, I didn't even stop to think of the color of the character. I didn't assume they were white. I just didn't think about what the color is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't of like, I don't know, whatever. Okay, let's.
Yeah, we agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
What was it?
11 for you.
Yeah. Right. This is the descriptional overload. I hate it, but again, like, it really depends on what you like, because this one is, some people really love it. And one example could be The Lord of the Rings. While I loved it, description overload, man. Like, it's a dictionary of description overload. 3 pages on how the bush looked like to that extent. It's insane. I don't like it. It stops me, and it just like, I don't. I don't like it. That is extremely common in Lithuanian though, authors. Like, anything I had to read for school, oh my god, maybe that's why I don't like it, because it just associates with that school reading list that was not great.
Can I ask you something? Am I too dark? Should I turn on the light?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, give me a minute. Then you can go on to
But it's your one
after if you want.
Cool. Right, so number 13 for me is stupid decisions that are clearly stupid. You know, like, it's not just like, it's not a decision that like later on is gonna inflict some sort of damage that you couldn't see, or like there was a possibility, but you know, no, this is a decision that from the start to finish was stupid and everyone knew it except for the main character. Maybe the main character even knew it and still did it. No, maybe that would be fun. But like if they if it's a stupid decision and everyone knows it, and like maybe they try to help and they're like, no, this is my way, I'm gonna do my way, and then they do it, and like a whole shit breaks loose, and you know, that I hate. You can go to
I hate it as well. It's like the same thing I watch in like horror movies, and that's why I find it so hard to be a fan. It's just like, oh, they all decide to separate, and I'm like, just like, please don't.
I know.
Okay, where were we? Well, yeah, one of mine was abusive relationships disguised as romantic. Again, I've read a lot of stories that have this particular trope in them, and even though I hate it, I still enjoy those stories because they are drugs. Like, honestly, why am I like this? But
I actually haven't read any yet, so I'll tell you how I feel.
If you would pick up any books from my recommendations video, there's a plethora of those.
Oh yeah. Oh, the ones with like sexy covers.
Oh yeah. You know me.
Oh, yeah, we should really catch up on the comments.
Oh yeah, we've missed a lot. I can't even
George
believe
is a contemporary book that talks about a girl born in the body of a boy, but I really don't like it. It gives the feeling that the author wrote the book for the purpose of money. Right. Oh, that sucks, because that, like, I like reading those sort of books, but
yeah.
It's sad if it felt forced. Basically, every Portuguese author ever is a description of a lawyer. I know.
That's what you said with Lithuanian authors, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like a Europe thing.
Maybe. Well, UK is also Europe. But
yeah.
Sometimes I imagine characters different than they're described, including the skin color. Example, Holland from Adsum. Right, you know what? I do that all the time. Like, even like with Farah, it's clearly described that she has like lighter hair, right? Like dark hair in my imagination. Like, well, you can't change that. It's like dark brown hair, like that's it. And even if it mentions it like quite a few times, I'm like, nope, reject.
I've done that before as well.
Yeah. I like descriptions, but there's sometimes that my mind just goes, what is that? No, wait. Well, that doesn't fit in here. Right. I just get bored, I think. Although I'm not a plot-driven person, I am dialogue-driven person. Not always, though. Like, it really depends, but usually. I sometimes like descriptions if they are beautifully written, but information overload is usually bad no matter what.
Oh yeah, info dumps are the worst. I have a really good example for this. There's a book called The Partials by Dan Wells. Like, literally the first 5 pages is an info dump, and I'm just like, how like did this get published? Like, it was so hard to get through that chapter. I didn't even get through it. I put it back on the shelf.
My example is just, again, the Mortal Instruments, the first book. What the hell is it? The City of Bones.
City of Bones, yeah.
Yeah, it was just so, well, for the convenient purposes, like they just 2 chapters to just explain how the world works. Like, dude, like, no, explain it when it's relevant. No, like, just informational dump there. And you know. Description overload gives me a damn headache. I never imagine characters as they are meant to look, so I find over-describing pointless. That's a good point.
Yeah, there is no need to constantly like reinforce their descriptions. I find that with Hush Hush and Fallen, it's the series, because like literally every other page, the girls are describing their hair, their eyes, their abs, their smirk, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, what's the point of the story? Like, aren't you in the middle of a war?
What are you doing?
Like, aren't you in the middle of a war? Like, oh, and we're gonna get to that point later on in the list as well.
Right. I think it's your turn again, because
I
did one.
Teenagers refusing help from adults. Like, because of course adults can't offer any wisdom at all, like ever. Why are they needed there? They are always either dead or conveniently away again. And I'm just like,
which brings me to my next point then, which is absent parents, or just killing the parents off for the convenience of the being, you know, the lack of help available again. It's just like sometimes it works if it's like a major part in the story, you know. I mean, Batman wouldn't be Batman and stuff, you know, Harry Potter, but you know, nah. Usually it's just like it's very clear when they're just like, I don't want to deal with that part, so I'm just gonna kill them off.
Yeah,
That's
really
not
don't
okay. That shouldn't be okay. Your turn.
My turn is the I'm not like other girls trope, because okay, this could be a whole live stream in itself, to be honest, because it's just like they kind of feel inferior to other girls. They're being like, I don't wear makeup and I read books, and like I'm not like the stupid cheerleader blonde person who parties. And I'm just like, there's again girl hate. Like that's not cool at all. And like
that's like Eleanor and Park right there, because oh boy.
I don't know. It's just like,
ew, I don't put makeup on. Like, excuse me? I take offense.
I love makeup so much. It makes me feel so good when I wear it. Like, why are you looking down on me for feeling good? How is that all right? Like, it makes no sense to me.
I no longer have like very strong feelings about makeup, but I like it to do like on the weekends. It makes a difference because I don't do it normally. So also false eyelashes makes me feel like a princess. So whatever.
Same. I love glitter. Everything glitter. I love it.
How dare we? Why are we not those unique people from the books?
Oh no, how
right, number 17 is quite a common one again. And it's being fixed by the love interest, you know, like when you have a mental health problem, oh, no worries, just fall in love, it'll fix it. You have an abuse problem, oh, it's okay, just fall in love, you know.
Gonna be all right.
Any problem you have, like financial problem, well, I suppose that could sometimes fix it, but usually like any sort of problem, or you have like a major character flaw, it's okay. Here is this handsome guy, he'll help you. And it's not like help is fine, but it's like, you know, done.
Like instantly you're cured, everything is fine. Love
usually
is the answer.
Also with Insta Love, just to make it better. Just pile it on.
Gosh.
Usually those go together, so to be fair, all of those. Well, not all of those. Oh, can you imagine a book that just has all of those? There's probably one somewhere, but
there is a book that has all of those, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not necessarily all of those, like the unnecessary point of views. I could tell you a book that has all of these except that one. Again, Hush Hush and Fallen. But basically, moving on, we have... Oh my god, my font is so tiny, I can't even read it. Everyone being in love with the main character, although she is nothing special. Again, going into like the love triangle thing. No, but like you have the main character, she describes herself like, oh, I'm pretty boring and I don't look like, I'm not as pretty as other girls, and like being like I'm not like other girls thing. Yeah,
you know what maybe annoys me the most? Like, is you don't have to be special to be loved, obviously. Like,
yeah,
but like when the people fall in love with that girl, even though that girl doesn't even speak to them, you know, like out of the blue, everyone's in love with her, not because like she just is insecure, which is fine, but just the fact that she didn't even interact with them and they're suddenly just in love with her, you know.
But then you have like again a plethora of guys who fall in love with them, and she's just constantly being like, oh, well, she's surprised herself, basically, that why are these two guys in love with me? Oh, they're so gorgeous and they're so all of this. And it's just like, again, what the fuck?
Oh, we should go to the comments. I just saw one that was funny. That one was from Anna saying, parents in anime are not a thing. It just made me laugh so hard because like that is just so true. I don't actually remember any animes that like a main characters or a character would have parents present. That's like rare. What is it?
Death Note. Like,
oh yeah, no, it is. Yeah, sorry, no, that is, but whatever.
I'm just like, no.
Maybe not for long. I don't say anything. I'm only in the first one. Right, someone said, oh, it's Anna again. Right, why kill off the family? Again, gods of convenience. This is also very common in anime. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, Sylvia, I didn't see your comment there before. Usually they're No parents at all, like ever. Makes me laugh though. So it is not really a pet peeve for me. Yeah. It's not as annoying as most of the other ones, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I hate when the family isn't involved in the story. Even like, yeah, even sometimes if the characters do have the family, they're just
let them be.
Not there, like, as if they're like not important part of your life.
Yeah.
Not someone you see like every day and live with, you know. It's weird.
Yeah. Okay, they feel better because they don't wear makeup and read books and whatever, but there are a lot of girls out there who don't wear makeup and read books, etc. So I don't understand it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't understand this thing with like makeup and books. That being said, like, I was quite late into the makeup train, like quite late, but like I read books equally when I was not wearing makeup and when I am now wearing makeup. I just don't understand what the hell is the what's with the separation? Like, it's makeup, it's paint you put on your face. Like, what does it matter? You don't hear this about like, oh no, she paints her nails. Like, ooh, she uses like colored pens. How dare she? Like, she must not read books ever.
Yeah,
Like,
how dare he take care of herself, basically.
I know. Anyway. What's the number? 19?
Yeah, number 19, yeah.
Okay, so number 19 is not sharing the plan. You know, like you come up to the big event of like whatever, like, I don't know, some sort of battle usually, or like some sort of, you know, we have to steal something or whatever. And the main characters don't share their plan with other people, like not fully. This is even in like Harry Potter. Like they always have some sort of hidden plot, you know? Just the main characters being like really weird. Like they have this team that stood by them for so long, and they're like, nah, I'm just gonna not say something. And then obviously that goes wrong and nobody knows about it, so no one can help them. So again, it's convenient. Just share the damn plan, you know?
Yeah.
Again, not a big one, but it's on the list.
Yeah. I mean,
and everyone's usually okay with it. No one's questioning it. Like, hey, would you maybe mind to tell us exactly what the plan is? And especially the adults. No, they're just like, cool, we'll trust your 14 years of experience of life.
Yeah, of course, because why would they not? Like, clearly, they have all their shit together, so. Okay, and the last one on our list is shitty timing for love proclamation. Again, we kind of touched on this before. It's just like, you're in the middle of a war and you're describing his abs and his luscious hair and like his plump lips, and you're just like, honestly, that's like my reaction to that.
What was that? I don't remember if this was like Instagram story or someone's video, and they said that they were literally like standing on like corpses and stuff.
What?
Like you're standing like on rotten people or something, and there's like you thinking about having butterflies. I don't remember. There was a video or something. Someone said that, I'm sure, but I can't remember who it was.
That's disturbing. That's actually.
Well, I mean, like it's probably exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Like, here's the point across. So that's 20.
Ooh, we're done.
We only done it in like it's not. How long did it take?
It's an hour. It's an hour.
It's an hour. Okay, well, it could be worse. I mean, possible.
It totally could have been, yeah.
Yeah. Only 2 people disliked it. Now that I say that, it's gonna be like.
Oh, guys, we love you as well.
Yeah, we do though. I really do appreciate everyone staying in and like chatting with us. If we did like somehow miss your comment though, like sorry, not on purpose at all. We're just crap at doing this. Well, not crap, but
I mean, we did have a lot of technical difficulties, but we got there eventually.
I'm keep like being afraid of my internet going off again because, you know, best timing.
Is it the internet or is it Zeus?
No, it was the internet because Logan. I heard Logan being frustrated at the computer as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Esther, I believe that you're listening. It's okay.
Yeah, I promise I'm listening. It was really nice.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, honestly, thank you for hanging out with us. Like, I was not expecting this to go as well as it did. And also, I apologize for my joke again.
I've never heard that joke, and I don't really like get. I assume that that's the point, that it doesn't make sense.
But the thing is, like, that joke is in Lithuanian, and the thing is, I've told it to you in English, so maybe that's why it doesn't come across the same way as it would in Lithuanian.
I don't know, you'll have to tell me afterwards, but
Okay.
dude, like, I doubt it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Esther.
I like it. I like the crappy jokes, though. That's my.
Yeah, I'm like trash for like puns and stuff like that.
I
Like the worse it is, the more I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so tomorrow, same time, hopefully actually on time. Like, I knew this was gonna happen, though, like, because I never did it, so never actually hosted people from my channel. So yeah, thanks, Emilija, from, like, being with me here.
Well, thank you. I had an awesome time.
Me too. It was really fun. I'm sure we're gonna, like, keep talking and stuff afterwards. But yeah, tomorrow, same time, on her channel, it's Coffee Chatter without a gap, I think.
I actually don't know.
Okay, whatever. Just try both. You'll find it. I'll link it down below once I'm done here, so people can find it. And so yeah, that's gonna be tomorrow on your channel, same time, talking about 20 things that we do love. It's not just general book things that we love, but things in books that are not exactly tropes always, but just things in books that we like.
Yeah, because it's not. There are some tropes, but in general, it's just things that we love.
Yeah.
Because that list was so much harder to come up with than this one. Like, it took us twice as long.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to join us, that's fine. If you can't, it'll be available afterwards as well. So thanks again for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow, hopefully, or if not, then
See you tomorrow.
later. Bye.